My husband stole my jewelry. This included family heirlooms. He did this for his business. Now the police are involved. He is not ready for what happens next. Helen, you are back, Michael said. He grinned. I walked into the living room. His tone was too casual. This made me feel alarmed. I am, I said. I was cautious. I put my suitcase down. His smug look felt wrong to me. Why are you smiling? Oh, nothing, he said. He waved his hand. He acted like my question was not important. Then he added with flair, well, you will find out soon. I made a big business move. You were away. I raised my eyebrow. What move? He leaned back. He was on the couch arm. His grin got bigger. Your jewelry, he said. His voice sounded very happy. I sold it. I sold every piece. Before you get mad, listen. You will thank me later. Your jewelry paid for my business. I froze. My heart beat fast. I understood his words. My jewelry was gone. I collected it for years. Some came from my mother, some came from my grandmother. I bought some with my own money. Now it was all gone. What did you say? I asked. My voice was low. It shook. Michael laughed. He did not understand how I felt. I said, I sold it, Helen. Do you know the diamond's value? Enough to start a new business. It will make us important. It was a great idea. You should be proud. Proud? My hands made fists. I felt very angry. You had no right, Michael. That was my jewelry. Do you know what you did? He rolled his eyes. Oh, stop. You did not wear much of it. It just sat there. It collected dust. Now it is useful. My name is Helen. I learned one thing in my marriage. Michael's ambition is always first. When we met, I liked his drive. He had big dreams. I believed in them. But over time, I saw problems. His charm hid something. He pushed people away. He did this if they got in his way. But I never thought he would do this. The jewelry was not just valuable, it was very personal to me. Each piece had a story. It connected to my life. Now it was all gone. Why? Michael decided my things were his to use. But Michael did not know something. This made his grin very upsetting. I was not careless like he thought. A few months ago, I heard about burglaries nearby. I took steps to be safe. I put small trackers in my best jewelry. I put them in the clasps. I made myself stay calm. I hid my strong feelings. Michael thought he won, but the game just started. That night, I sat in my bedroom. I looked at the open drawer. My jewelry box was gone. The empty space felt like a hole. It reminded me what Michael stole. I felt very angry. It was hard to hold it in. He did not just sell jewelry. He took pieces of my history. I can never replace them. One was my grandmother's sapphire ring. She gave it to me on her 80th birthday. My mom wore the diamond bracelet at her wedding. I bought the gold pendant myself. I got it after my first big job. Every piece meant something. Michael treated them like nothing. He used them for his business. My hand was over my phone. I wanted to yell at him right then. I wanted to demand answers, but I knew better. I should not confront him when I am this angry. So I opened the tracker app. I put it on my phone months ago. The screen showed a map. Little red dots were on the map. They were all over the city. I stopped breathing for a second. I saw the trackers were working. My necklace was at a jewelry store downtown. The bracelet was at a warehouse. It was in the industrial area. The app showed times. It showed where my things went. They moved from place to place. My anger went away. I felt a grim satisfaction. Michael thought he tricked me, but I had something he did not have. I had evidence. If the tracker was right, I could find my jewelry. I could also prove Michael stole it. I picked up my phone. I called Megan. She's my best friend. I can always count on her. Megan, I said when she answered, you will not believe what Michael did. What now? She asked. She sounded tired. I told her everything. The sale, his smug look, the trackers. When I finished, she was as angry as me. Helen, you must go to the police, she said firmly. I will, I said. I felt a little determined. First thing tomorrow. I hung up. I sat back. I looked at the glowing dots on the screen. Michael did not know what would happen. For once, I felt I had control. The next morning, I went to the police station. I had my phone. I felt very nervous. I never made a report like this before, but I heard Megan's voice in my head. You have to go to the police. She was right. If I let Michael do this, he would do more bad things. At the front desk, a kind officer greeted me. How can we help you? He asked. I need to report a theft, I said. I tried to keep my voice steady. Was it your property? He asked. Yes, I said.
I took a deep breath. My jewelry collection. Someone sold it. I did not say yes. The officer's eyebrows went up a little, but he nodded. Let's get details, he said. He told me to follow him. We went to a desk. I explained everything. I told him about Michael. I told him the jewelry's value. I told him about the trackers. I showed him the app. His face became serious. This is very good evidence, he said. He wrote notes. If the trackers work, we can get some items back. Do you have a list? What was taken? Yes, I do, I said. I took out my notebook. I wrote every piece in it. I wrote its value. The officer read the list. It felt strange, like a dream. The sapphire ring, the diamond bracelet, the gold pendant, they were not just things on a list. They were pieces of my life. Now they were all over the city. Why? Because of Michael's greed. The officer's name tag said, Detective Carter. He looked up from his notes. We will check the tracker locations. If the items are where you say, we can get them back easily. But your husband sold them. You did not say yes. This is fraud. Will you press charges? I hesitated. His question felt heavy. Oh yes, I said finally. I want him held responsible, I said. Detective Carter nodded. His face was firm. Good. Let's start. I left the station. I felt many things. Relief, the police cared. Anger, I remembered Michael's smug grin. And most of all, determination. For years, I let Michael take things. I told myself not to fight. But this time was different. This time, I fought back. When I got home, the adrenaline faded. I had filed the report. Now I felt tired and anxious. I thought about talking to Detective Carter. I wondered how Michael would react. He would know the police were involved. This thought felt bad. Michael was good at changing situations. He made himself look like the victim. He did this even when he did very bad things. I saw it before. He charmed his way out of trouble. He smiled, he made clever excuses. But this time, he did not know. I was one step ahead. That evening, Megan came over. She had a bottle of wine. Okay, she said. She sat on my couch. Tell me everything. How did it go at the station? I told her everything. I told her about the evidence. I showed it to Detective Carter. I told him his plan. He would track the jewelry. She listened carefully. Her face showed anger and admiration. You are handling this better than me, she said when I finished. If it was me, I would be at his office. I would be flipping desks. I laughed anyway. Honey, trust me. I thought about it. But the police have the tracking data. I think that is my best way to get everything back. Good, Megan said. She raised her glass. To you, you did not let that smug jerk get away. The next day, Detective Carter called me. We checked the item locations, he said. 2 are at a store downtown. Another is in a warehouse.
The store owners will help us. We are getting the items back. I will tell you more later. I felt relief right away. Thank you, I said. I held the phone tight. Will I get them back? It looks good, he replied. The investigation continues. We also looked at your husband's money. I do not want to scare you, but there might be more. It is not just the jewelry sale. My stomach felt bad. What do you mean? There are strange money moves, Detective Carter explained. They are in his business accounts. We need to look more. This might be bigger than we thought. I hung up the phone. My mind raced. Michael did not just betray me. He might have hidden another side of himself. The idea bothered me all day. Michael's betrayal might be worse. I walked in the kitchen. I thought about Detective Carter's words. This might be bigger than we thought. What else did Michael hide? Later that night, I decided to talk to him. If there was more than the jewelry sale, I needed to know. He walked in the door. His smug grin bothered me more than usual. He threw his keys on the counter. Busy day, he said. What's for dinner? I did not hide my anger. "Michael," I said. I crossed my arms. "We need to talk now." His grin faded. He looked tired. "What is wrong?" "What is wrong?" I asked again. My voice was sharp. "You stole my jewelry. You used it for your business. Now the police are investigating you." His face became pale, but he tried to act normal. "Police? What are you saying? I did not steal anything, Helen. The jewelry just sat there. It collected dust. I thought you would be happy it was being used well." I shook my head. I was disgusted. "Used well, Michael? You had no right to touch my things. Now the police are looking at your money. They think there is more. It is not just the jewelry sale." His face changed. His eyes showed anger. "You went to the police?" he hissed. "You are making this a circus. Why could you not talk to me like an adult?" "Talking to you does not work," I said back. "You always twist things. You always talk out of trouble. This time there is evidence. You cannot charm your way out." Michael stared at me. His jaw tightened. "You made a big mistake, Helen. You think you can hurt me? You are wrong." I did not move. "No, Michael, my only mistake was trusting you. That stops now." The silence was heavy. He glared at me. His confidence broke. For once, he had no quick answer. He had no smug excuse. He just stormed out. He slammed the door. I stood there a long time. My heart beat fast. This was not just about my things. This was about standing up for myself. It was about everything Michael took from me. I would not give up. The next day, Detective Carter called again. His voice was steady, but his words felt heavy. "Mrs. Parker, we got 3 items back. We have the diamond bracelet. We have the sapphire ring. We are tracing the rest. They are at other places. But we found something unexpected." "What development?" I asked. I held the phone tight. "We found money moves. They are linked to your husband's business. They look like fraud. Some money is from your jewelry sale, but other money is from outside accounts. These are bad signs. We are making the investigation bigger." I sat down. His words felt heavy on my chest. Michael was not just selfish, he was reckless. "What does this mean for me?" I asked carefully. "Right now, you are not in trouble," Detective Carter said. "It is important to help us. Give us any information we ask for. Your husband's actions could have serious legal trouble." I hung up the phone. I stared at the phone. I couldn't believe it. What did Michael do? Selling my jewelry was bad, but fraud? I felt I lived with a stranger. I didn't know him anymore. That evening, I called Megan. "The police think Michael is involved in something big," I said. I walked in the living room. "They are looking at his business accounts." Megan did not sound surprised. "Honestly, Helen, I'm not shocked. He acts like rules don't apply to him. It was only a matter of time."
Trouble would find him. But how did I not see this? I asked. My voice broke. I married him. I trusted him. Now everything feels like a lie. Megan's voice became softer. "Helen, you could not know. He is good at hiding things. He is good at manipulating people. This is not your fault. You are doing the right thing. You are standing up for yourself." Her words helped a little, but I still felt angry and betrayed. Later that night, Michael came home. His usual confidence was gone. Now he felt frustrated. He was very angry. "I know what you did," he said. His voice was low and mean. "The police? The bank? Do you know the damage you caused?" "I did not cause this, Michael," I said. I looked at his glare. "You did. Now you face the consequences." He laughed bitterly. "You think you won? This is not over, Helen." "You are right," I said calmly. "It is not over, but it is out of your hands now." For the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. The next morning, Detective Carter called again. His voice was steady but serious. "Mrs. Parker, we got more jewelry back. We found it at a private auction house. It is downtown." Relief washed over me. "Will I get them back soon?" I asked. My voice trembled. I felt hope and exhaustion. Yes, Detective Carter confirmed. We are doing legal things. We will return your items. But there is more. Your husband's business records show tax evasion. They show embezzlement. The case is getting bigger. Those words did not surprise me. By now I knew Michael was not just careless, he was very unethical. I thanked Detective Carter. I hung up. My resolve became stronger. I would not let Michael's actions hurt me more. That afternoon, I took a real step. I was reclaiming my independence. I called a lawyer. Megan recommended him. He knew family law. He knew financial recovery. I sat in her office. I explained everything. The jewelry theft, the police investigation. This is a mess, she said. She looked at her notes. The good news is you protected yourself. You went to the authorities. We can file for separation. We can start protecting your assets. Hearing this was scary and empowering. I never imagined I would be here, planning to separate my life from my husband's. But after what Michael did, I knew it was the only way. What about his business? I asked. Can this hurt my money? Maybe, she replied. That is why we need clear boundaries now. His business is under investigation. We must protect your money. Later that night, I looked at the lawyer's papers. Megan called to check on me. Helen, how are you? She asked. I am okay, I said. I surprised myself with my honesty. For the first time in weeks, I feel in control. It is not easy, but I know I am doing the right thing. You are, Megan said firmly. You are stronger than you know, Helen. Do not forget that. I hung up. I looked at the papers on the table. The road ahead will not be easy, but for the first time, I felt ready to face it. 2 days later, I met Detective Carter at the station. We talked about the investigation. Mrs. Parker, he said. He told me to sit across from him. We traced almost all your jewelry. We confirmed it was sold through expensive places. The auction house helped. The consignment stores helped. They fully cooperated. That is a relief, I said. A small weight left my shoulders. And Michael? What is happening to him? Detective Carter leaned forward. He put his hands on the desk. The evidence against him is strong. He sold your jewelry without permission. There is fraud in his business.
The DA is preparing charges. He will not get away. Hearing this made me feel satisfied and sad. Michael hurt me deeply, but knowing he would face consequences felt like justice. That evening, Michael came home late. I sat in the living room. I had legal papers. I had bank papers. He stopped in the doorway. His face was hard. He looked defensive. What is all this? He asked. He nodded at the papers. Divorce papers? I said evenly. I did not look up from my page. His eyes got wide. For a moment, I saw real shock. You are divorcing me? He asked. His voice showed disbelief. Yes, Michael, I said. I looked at his gaze. This is the end. I will not let you drag me down with you. He scoffed. He ran his hand through his hair. You think you will be okay? I built everything for us, Helen. Everything I did was for this family. I laughed bitterly. You did not do it for us. You did it for yourself. You stole from me. You lied to me. You left me to clean your messes. This family. It was always about you. He stared at me. His confidence faded with each word. You do not mean this, he said finally. You cannot mean this. I do, I said firmly. You will see how serious I am when you are served. For the first time, Michael had no words. He turned. He stormed out. He slammed the door. I breathed out deeply. The door sound echoed. This was not just the end of my marriage, it was the start of reclaiming my life. The next morning, my lawyer called. Helen, the papers are filed. Michael will be served today, she said. Her voice was professional, but kind. I breathed out. I did not know I held my breath. Thank you, I said softly. Helen, I know this is hard, she added, but you handled it with strength and clarity. Keep focusing on next steps. We support you. After the call, I sat at the kitchen table. I had coffee. I stared out the window. For weeks, my life felt like a storm. Betrayal, anger, frustration. But now, for the first time, I felt clarity. My jewelry was being recovered, the police investigation was moving, the divorce papers marked a clear break. A break from Michael's chaos. That afternoon, Detective Carter called with more news. Mrs. Parker, I want to tell you, charges are filed against your husband. He sold your property without permission. There is financial fraud in his business. He faces many charges. A wave of relief washed over me. Will I get back everything he sold? It is likely, Detective Carter replied. The evidence is strong. The people helping agreed. They will return your items when the case moves. But more importantly, the justice system holds him responsible. Thank you, I said. My voice was steady. I hung up. I realized something important. I was not angry anymore. I was not consumed by betrayal. I did not need to make Michael pay. I was ready to move on. That evening, I met Megan for dinner. She raised her glass. She grinned. To Helen, a woman who did not just survive, she thrived. I laughed. I clinked my glass with hers. I don't know if I would call it thriving yet, but I will take it.
Megan leaned in. Her face was serious. You are stronger than you think, Helen. You took control when it mattered most. Do not forget that. Her words stayed with me. I drove home that night. For years, I let Michael's ambition hide my self-worth. But now I looked ahead. I saw only possibilities. A week later, Detective Carter called. Mrs. Parker, he said. His voice was lighter. I wanted to tell you, we recovered all but one jewelry piece. We are still tracing the last one. But most of your collection is ready. You can reclaim it. Hearing this felt like the last heavy burden lifted. Thank you, Detective, I said. My voice showed relief. I cannot tell you how much this means to me. We are just doing our job, he replied. But I must say, you handled this with great strength. Not everyone does what you did. After the call, I went to the precinct. I collected my jewelry. I held my grandmother's sapphire ring. I held my mother's diamond bracelet. I felt a deep sense of closure. These were not just jewelry. They were symbols of my life. I worked hard to preserve that life. Now, they were back with me. The day Michael was charged, he sent me a short message. You really had to drag this out, didn't you? I hope you were happy now. I did not answer. There was no point. Michael made his choices. Now, he faced consequences. My energy was better for me. For rebuilding, for moving forward. That evening, I looked at the last papers with my lawyer. When the divorce is final, she said, your money will be separate from his. His debts will not touch you. Thank you, I said. I felt a weight lift. That is exactly what I need. Later that night, I sat in my home. It was quiet. It felt peaceful. I realized how much had changed. The betrayal, the anger, the hurt. It was still there, but it did not control me anymore. I learned to set boundaries. I learned to fight for myself. I learned to let go of what I cannot control. Megan called to check on me. Her happy voice lifted my spirits. So, what is next for Helen Parker? She asked. Honestly, I said. I smiled. It felt like the first time in forever. Eat anything I want. I hung up. I looked around my home. It was not just a house. It was my space. I reclaimed it. It was safe. For the first time in years, I felt I could truly breathe. Michael's actions tested me. I never expected that, but I came out stronger. Now, my future was mine. I could define it.